My name's Kevin. I'm from a company called GoPrint3D. We're based in Ripon, and this is my colleague David Whitehouse. We are 3D printer specialists, and just to give you a bit of a background of what we're going to do today, it's on device choice and a little bit of troubleshooting. Obviously there's so many 3D printers on the market, I don't know every one of them or how to repair every one of them, but I can certainly answer some questions on some brands and to give some tips out that you might not have thought of, because a lot of the questions we get asked, not only by educational establishments but also by engineering firms and prototyping companies and people with designers with printers on the desks, are very, very basic things like prints not sticking and warping, and a lot of them are really easy to fix. About 70 to 80% of the calls we get for assistance can be fixed over the telephone very, very quickly. They're not all machine issues that need to go back to workshops. So first of all, a little bit about us. So we are 3D printing specialists. We are part of a larger company called Express Group. When I say larger, we're not massive. We employ about 50 people. We've been around for 28 years, and our background is in 2D printing. So we have teams of engineers. We do spares logistics all over Europe for the likes of Hewlett-Packard, Oki, Epson, Lexmark, and we also repair a lot of 2D printers. About 5 years ago, our MD said she was interested in the 3D market, and to be honest with you, it's not a great leap from 2D into 3D when you look at the belts and pulleys, and especially if you've been working on dot matrix printers, it's very similar, if you like, in terms of the systems that are used, just with the Z-axis. So our engineers already had a good background in it. We then started researching the market, and we entered it with a few different machines. Some of them we've kind of dropped as a brand now because we don't think they're as good as they could be, and what we sell ourselves as is best in class 3D printer sellers. So we haven't necessarily gone down your typical route of 3D systems and Stratasys. We've on the larger end printers, we've tended to shy away from that and go alternative technology. So we sell machines you've probably not heard of. So for example, the sintering machine that we've got the parts from on this desk here is from a manufacturer in Denmark called Blue Printer. Very, very good machine, but they just don't have the marketing clout of Stratasys and 3D systems. So we've tended to go for that for consumables choices. We're backed up by engineers out on the road. So we're all based in Ripon, but we do support printers and have engineers that go out to site, especially for the larger machines. I'm sure you guys can all appreciate, if we're going to sell something like an Ultimaker or a Be Very Creative, send an engineer to site to fix the machine is very expensive. So we tend not to do that. It tends to be back to bench repairs for those kind of machines for us. We, over the last 4 years dealing with 3D printers, we've become the fulfillment partner for Formlabs. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Formlabs, but they're a stereolithography company, so using UV light to cure resin, and we sell their machines and do all of their logistics in Europe for them. And we also are partners for the likes of the large format 3D printer, so what that large rucks come off, and also the chair right at the back of the rooms come off the machine as well. And again, we've got those all over the UK for real life size prototypes. You can imagine an automotive company having something like an Ultimaker or a MakerBot. Their prototypes are really scaled down, or they're doing them in lots of bits and having to piece them together. There was a demand for true life size prototypes, and that's where we've come into it with this large format 3D printer. It does 1 metre square by 1/2 metre high build volume. Some of the prototypes we do on it we actually have to ship by pallet because they're too big to go by normal carriers. So as I've said, we've got a support team of engineers. We've got some sales guys who are not pushy sales guys. We don't sell to move a printer out the door, we sell to get the right solution to you, and we offer training on the printers. We do out of warranty support as well, so we do repairs for machines. So if you've got a MakerBot and it's out of warranty and you need to get it repaired, we can receive it into us and we charge a time and labour fee on that, but we can repair those machines. And we also have knowledge of a lot of industries. So again, what we found important to some people in education is that we can talk to them about what's happening in the jewellery, the dentistry, the engineering industry, and why they're using their 3D printers for prototypes, and bring it more into a real world context, if you like, on 3D printing.